Hi. For today's class, we're going to start at the wall. So I want you to take the hands into the wall just a little bit lower than your chest height, and then walk back to practice a wall dog, like a downward facing dog on the wall. Press your palms into the floor, into the wall, and then let your chest drop towards the floor. So it's kind of like down dog, but with gravity on our side, helping us out. Feel the weight even across the whole palm of the hand. Bend the elbows a little bit and drop them towards the floor, and you'll feel a wrap in your shoulders. So instead of letting the armpits rotate outward, you're dropping them downward. And then see if you can keep that position in your shoulders as you press the arms straight again. Just take a few more breaths here. And then come on up. And we're going to take the hands a little bit lower, more like your waist height now. Press into the palms. Balancing on your feet. And bring the feet pretty close together for this one. Then try to have your back parallel to the floor, and then take your right leg up. Basically doing a warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3 at the wall. Press into your hands and press into both feet evenly. Keep the hips squared, which is so challenging to do when you do this pose in the middle of the room. And exhale, lower. If you have trouble with it, or if it's hard on your hamstring, I would say bend the standing leg and try the second side. Push out through the right heel, keeping the foot pointing towards the floor. Strong in your core. Takes more core than you would expect. Try to be even in the hands. And then let the foot come down. Come off of the wall. We're going to flip it and do warrior 3 with our feet into the wall, which is more challenging than you would expect. So about the same distance from the wall that you were with your hands. Then come down, take the fingertips down, and take your left foot into the wall. Just press the heel right into the wall. And lift your chest up. So if you have a hard time getting the hands off of the floor, just grab a block and see if you can put your hands on the block. And if you feel strong enough, and it takes a lot of hamstring and back and core, take your hands off of the wall. Or maybe reach them forward. And then back down and switch legs. Take the right foot into the wall. Bring your back parallel. Root the foot into the floor, root the foot into the wall, and start to engage your back and abs. Take the hands down and take the foot down, and just let yourself hang. Maybe sway a little side to side, or sway a little bit forward and back. Turn the head. And slowly round up, roll up to standing. Come onto your mat. Come to Samastiti, same standing pose. So you're even on the feet. Bring the hips right over the feet, the shoulders right over the hips. And take a moment, really bring your focus into your breath and into your body. feel the areas that we were working in the Virabhadrasana threes. And then sweep the arms up and just let the palms come together. Stretch up tall and then bend over to the right side, stretching out the left side. Inhale up and bend over to the left side, stretching out the right side. And inhale up. Let the right hand come down and bend to the right side again. And then grab the left wrist with the right hand, give it a little tug. Inhale up, take the left arm down. Reach the right arm long and bend left. Give it a little tug. And inhale, come up again. Take the hands to Namaste in front of the chest. Start to feel your left foot, so shift Samastitihi from both feet to the left foot. Turn the right foot out. Find your center on the left foot and come into tree pose. You might keep the foot low, just the foot on the ankle, especially if balance is very challenging for you. Or bring it up inside the calf. If you can, take it up inside the thigh. The one place you don't want to have the foot is pressing into the knee. Now, take the hands to Namaste. See if you can step right back into a lunge, and you can take the fingertips to the floor. So step the right foot back into a lunge and take the fingertips to the floor. Have blocks handy if you need them. And just stretch into the front of the right leg. Get the hip flexors and quadriceps stretching. And then take the left hand inside the left foot. Turn the left foot in slightly. So you're going to squat to the left, flex the right foot up towards the ceiling. You might be stuck somewhere up here, which is fine. Those of you who can come all the way down into the squat, come down. You can use your left arm to push the left knee open, the right foot's pointing towards the ceiling, rolling the right thigh open. If you can balance, you can take the palms together. And come back towards the front. Keep the hands inside the foot. Turn the left foot out. Take the left hand inside the left foot. Take the right hand forward and come onto the outside of the right leg. So you're stretching the side of the leg into the IT band. And come facing the front again. Take one hand on each side of the left leg and let the right knee come down to the floor. Straighten your left leg. And try to stretch into the back of the left leg, the hamstring. If the floor is hard to reach, just have blocks handy. If it's easy to reach, then walk forward with the hands, bringing the chin towards the inside of the shin. And then come forward. And if this is hard on your knee, make sure you have an extra blanket or a towel, something handy for under your knee to give you a little more padding, or you can double up your mat. So back to the forward lunge. You can stay here with the hands down, Or take the hands onto the front thigh, or if you're comfortable with it, bring the arms up. And then take the hands down and step into downward facing dog. So press into the hands evenly. And come into the feet evenly. Pull the shoulders back. Let's lift the heels up high for this first down dog. Stretch all 10 toes. Then bend the knees so you stretch those toes even stronger. And then try to pull the bottom ribs towards the thighs so you stretch the shoulders, pressing the whole palm of the hand into the floor. And then lower the heels, straighten the knees in downward facing dog. And then look forward, come down to the knees. Inhale, bend the back. Come into dog tilt. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, round the back. Come into cat stretch. Tuck the chin and the tailbone in. And inhale, bend the back. And then move the hands a little further forward or the knees a little further back. So the hands and knees are a little further from each other. Squeeze the elbows in, bend the elbows, take the chest and the chin down towards the floor. And scoop forward. Inhale to cobra pose. And then just take a moment or 3 or 4 in Spinx pose. Lifting the sternum up, elongating the chest forward. So the lower back gets some length and traction. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And gently pull the elbows back to bring the chest forward. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And lift the elbows up just a bit. And come on down, slide the hands back by the rib cage. Ease up into cobra pose. Come to the hands and the knees, come into downward facing dog. And step the right foot forward. Come into a lunge. Again, using hands under the, blocks under the hands if you need to. And then bring the right hand inside the right foot, turn the right foot in, take a squat to the right side, flex the left foot up. If you can balance here, you can take the palms together. And turn again back to the front, keeping the hands inside the foot. Take the right foot out, take the right hand inside the right foot, the left hand a little bit forward. Come onto the outside of the left leg and stretch along the side of the body. And then come facing the front. Take one hand on each side of the right leg and let the left knee come down. Pad under the knee if you need to. Straighten the right leg. Put your hands on blocks if you need to. If it's pretty easy for you to get the legs straight, then start to walk the hands forward. And then come to a lunge. You can stay here, or maybe take the hands onto the front thigh, or stretch the arms up. hands back down, straighten the back leg, and step forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, come up to standing. And exhale to Samastitihi. In Samastitihi, start to feel the weight favor the right foot over the left. So your alignment stays the same, but one foot's taking over for two. Turn the left foot out, and you can keep it foot on foot or up inside the calf. Again, not pressing into the knee. If you can grab the foot and take it up, bring the foot inside the thigh. Hands here or up. Hands down, balancing right, step the left foot back, come into a lunge. And this time turn the back heel down to the floor. Root the feet, square the shoulders, lift up to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Looking forward or up for 5 breaths. Exhale, let the hands come down. Again, come into downward facing dog. Even on the hands and even on the feet. And lift the heels, look forward, bend the knees, take the knees, the chest, and the chin down. And scoop through, come to cobra, or if you like, push the arms straight, lift the thighs, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And with an exhale, step the left foot forward. Turn the right heel down to the mat. Square your shoulders and inhale, lift up to Virabhadrasana 1. Looking forward or up for 5 breaths. Come down and simply step to the front of your mat, back to Uttanasana, fold forward. Now bend the knees and come into Uttakasana, chair pose. Sweep the arms open, sit back towards the heels, feel your feet, feel your balance, reach up with the hands. Sit back towards the heels and then lift the heels. Inhale. And lower the heels. Exhale. Do that 2 more times. Lift the heels and lower the heels. 1 more time. Lift the heels and lower the heels. And inhale, stand up. Samastitihi. So we're going to flow into Surya Namaskara B. Utilizing the Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale to chair pose and fold forward, exhale. Lift the chest with inhale. You're welcome to jump to Chaturanga or step back and lower to the belly. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Step forward directly from here and take the back heel to the mat. Breathe. The arms up and back down. Step back, exhale to Chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, step the left foot forward. Take the right heel down. Inhale to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And exhale to Chaturanga or lower to the mat. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So hold this down dog for 5 breaths. It's a little rest. If it's not enough of a rest, take it to your knees and come into child's pose. Relax any tension from the neck. And then exhale, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees to chair pose, Uttakasana. And stay in chair pose, Uttakasana. Sit back towards the heels. And then lift the heels and straighten the legs. Inhale. And keep reaching up, lower the heels and bend the knees. Exhale. 2 more times like that. Lift the heels and straighten the legs. Inhale. And lower the heels, keep reaching up. Keep lifting up as you bend the knees. Exhale. And lift the heels and straighten the legs. Inhale. And lower the heels and bend the knees. And reverse that. Straighten the legs and lift the heels. Keep lifting up as you bend the knees. And then lower the heels and straighten the legs and lift the heels up. Bend the knees and lower the heels. And 1 more time, straighten the legs and reach up and bend the knees and lower the heels and take a great big inhale here. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Step or jump back to chaturanga, to upward facing dog, and to downward facing dog. Come onto the hands and knees. And into dog tilt, bring the knees a little bit closer together. Take the right leg up behind you. And into cat tilt, exhale, bend the knee to the forehead. And number 2, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bring it in. And 3, up. And in. And 4. And 5, inhale up. And exhale, bring it in. And bring it up and leave it up. And take the left hand up for 5 breaths. 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. Bend the knee. If you can, reach around and grab the foot. Now at any time you can take the hand down, take the knee down, and take a little rest. 3. And 4. 5. Lift it up, up, up. Take the hand down, left hand down, turn the left foot under, and come into 3-legged dog or extended down dog. And if you want to open the hip, you can. Reach it on up. If you want to bend the knee, you can. Do whatever feels good. Do try to keep the weight even in the hands though. Now, flex the foot that's lifted. And I want you to square off the hips and go back to the memory of Warrior 3, the Warrior 3s that we did at the wall. So you're trying to have a straight line from the arms to the spine up to the lifted leg. And then with an exhale, step the right foot forward. Come up into crescent pose. So lift the chest up. Shoulders up over the hips and bring the arms up overhead. Hips and shoulders square. Take the hands to Namaste. And we're going to take Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 now without the wall. So lean a little forward, see if you can get your spine and back leg parallel to the floor. If you're feeling strong enough, take the arms forward. And bend the standing leg. Step back to crescent pose. Inhale. And take the left hand down. Exhale. And twist. So roll the right shoulder up over the left. Breathe here. 1. looking sideways or up. And then look down. Reach forward with the left hand. Inhale, windmill the arms open till you come to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Hold it here for 5 breaths. Gaze to the right hand middle finger. And stretch back, reverse warrior. Let the hand come, it can go to the leg, just not pushing into the knee, or reach around behind you. Give the wrist a little tug like we did earlier in the class. And then straighten the right leg and come forward into triangle pose. Feel free to take a narrower stance. So I'm keeping my legs a little wide today, which is more Iyengar style. And eventually the hand can go to the floor. Your hand might be on a block or on the shin, or if you want to narrow the stance, maybe reaching for the big toe. Now inhale, come on up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, triangle, Trikonasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reverse. And inhale, come on up. And exhale, Trikonasana. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, come up. And exhale into triangle pose. And the last thing we'll do here, extend the left arm long. And if you feel strong enough and it's a lot of core, take both arms there. And inhale, come up, parallel the feet. Take the hands to the hips, lift the chest up, bend down and touch the floor. And lift the chest up and take a nice deep forward fold. And then straighten the arms. Bring the hands right under the shoulders. Now you want a fairly wide stance for this next pose. I'm even going to take my feet a little bit wider. Bend the right knee, and when you bend the knee, the ankle should be wider than the knee, and the left foot is staying rooted. So at the beginning we did this squat. It's not that, it's a little different. Straighten the leg and bend the left leg. So the ankle is wider than the knee. Do that twice more. Go to the right side, exhale, and straighten, and go to the left side, exhale, and straighten. And take it to the right side, and to the left side, and take it to the right side. And now move the hands a little bit to the right. If you can bring an elbow down onto a block or onto the floor, go ahead and rest on the elbows. Come onto the hands, come back around to the front into a lunge, and come to down dog. You can go straight to down dog or chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. And we'll come back to the knees to do the other side. Bring the knees a little closer together. Take the left leg up, inhale, dog tilt, and take the knee into the forehead, exhale, cat. That's number 1. Number 2, inhale up, and exhale in. And 3. And 4. And 5. And take the leg up, balance on the left hand, and take the right hand up for 5 breaths. And if you can, bend the knee, reach around and grab the foot. Anytime you need to take a break, you can just go to child's pose. And lift it up a little bit higher. Take the hand down, turn the right toe under, and go into extended or 3-legged dog. You can open the hip if you want to. And bend the knee if you want to. And then straighten the leg, flex the foot, and square off your hips. So you're, again, in that position that we had at the wall for Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So you can imagine your hands are pressing into the wall and your heel is pressing out, or your foot is pressing into the wall, the way we did it as well. And then step the left foot forward. Square the shoulders, come into crescent pose. And take the hands to Namaste and come forward and into Virabhadrasana 3. So you're going to raise up your leg and bring your chest down. Try to keep the hips square. If you feel strong enough, take the arms forward. And bend the standing leg, step to crescent pose. And take the right hand down and twist the left arm up. And then look down. Reach forward with the right arm, inhale. Windmill your arms around. Come into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Drishti, left hand, middle finger. And into Reverse Warrior. Reach up and grab a hold of the wrist, give it a little tug, and straighten the left leg, and come in narrower. If you like, reach forward for Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. The hand can be on the shin or on a block or on the floor, or with a narrower stance, grabbing the big toe. And then inhale, come up. Reverse Warrior, exhale. Inhale, come up. Trikonasana, exhale. Inhale, come up. Reverse Warrior, exhale. Inhale, come up. Trikonasana, exhale. Once more, inhale, come up. Reverse Warrior. Inhale, come up. And Trikonasana. And then bring the right arm long. If you feel strong enough, add the left. And inhale up, parallel the feet. Grab the hands behind you this time, interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, and take a forward bend, exhale. And let the hands stretch up and over. change the cross in the fingers. So if your left hand's on top, switch it to the right hand is. And take the hands down and lift the chest up so we have a nice wide stance. Bend the left leg, exhale. And straighten it, inhale. And bend the right, exhale. And inhale. And the left side. And the right. And the left. And exhale, right. And come to the left side, grab your block if you want to put the elbow on a block or the elbows on the floor. Keeping the right foot rooted so the baby side toe of the right foot is down. Baby toe side. And then come around to a lunge. And again, make your way to downward facing dog. You can go straight there or take a vinyasa. Inhale, take the right leg up. And exhale, step forward. Come into warrior one, inhale. Virabhadrasana 1. And take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, exhale. Now if you have a hard time getting the elbow to the knee, consider letting the heel come up. And if you still can't reach, just grab the right knee with the left hand. Right hand can be on your hip. Or you could go back to the crescent twist we did earlier. Now if it's pretty easy for you to get the elbow there, you can take the arm outside the leg down to the floor. Bring the right arm up, and in the more traditional version of the pose, Parvita, Parsvakonasana, revolved side angle, the right arm lines up with the back leg, the left leg. Now take the right arm up, if it was at an angle, and take both hands down to the floor. Cheat the right foot a little bit to the left of center, and slide the left knee, bringing the back heel up to the outside of the right ankle, like this. And sit down. For Ardha Matsyendrasana, sit yourself tall. Take the right hand down, reach the left arm up, inhale, and take the elbow to the outside of the knee, exhale, and sit tall and twist around. So other options with the arms are more traditional. If you can get the shoulder outside the knee, reach with the left arm to grab the right big toe. And this is a tricky one for most people. If you can, you reach around and grab your inner thigh with the right hand. Another option, if you can get the elbow outside the knee, you can maybe slide the forearm under and grab your hands. And take one more great big inhale. And exhale, face the front, and do a little counter twist. And we're going to swing the right leg around and back. Bring the left knee a little bit towards the left for one-legged pigeon prep. So it's like the beginnings of Ekapada Rajakapatasana, one-legged king pigeon, but just the lower half for now. So if your hip is way off the floor, or if you feel any strain in the knee, slide something under your hip, a blanket or a block. It can be like this. Maybe come onto the elbows. If you're okay, all the way down, keep it down. And if you're not getting enough stretch, move the left foot further forward. until you're getting a nice stretch in your hip and hamstring, but the knee is okay. And I'm also flexing my left foot to give the knee a little more protection. And you have all the control of how much weight to put into it, how much to lean to the right or ease off to the left. So here's where your Svadhyaya, self-study, comes into play. So deep, even, steady breaths, very conscious. And then lift up like you're doing a cobra pose. You might need to move the left foot in a little closer if you brought it forward, unless you're very open. Try to square off your hips and your shoulders. And an option for some of you might be to bend the back knee, grab the foot, maybe with both hands, like this if you can balance, or hooking an elbow and up and over, or taking the foot with both hands, Ekapada Rajakapatasana. And then release the hands down. Turn the right toe under and sweep the left leg up. So we're ready for the next side. You can hold it here if you want to add a vinyasa between sides. Go on ahead and then take the left leg up again. And exhale, step it through. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1, lift on up. And take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, if you were able to get the elbow there, or maybe just the hand. Pressing the palms together. Maybe extending the arms out. So whatever you did on the first side, if you brought the heel up, take the heel up. If you bound it, combined it. If you extend it, try to do that. And then take both hands down. Cheat the left foot a bit to the right. Let the foot stay a little turned out. Back heel can come up. Right knee will go to the outside of the left ankle. Sitting. Reach back with the left arm, reach up with the right. Inhale, either grab the knee or push against the knee, Ardha Matsyendrasana. And those arm positions again, maybe shoulder outside the knee, grabbing the big toe. The left hand reaching for the thigh. Or binding forearm from the outside under the knee, grabbing your hands. And take a great big deep inhale, twist. Exhale, release. Take a little counter twist. Release the left leg. Move the right knee a bit to the right. Swing the left leg around to the back. Grab the block or the blanket if you need to put some support under your hip. If you can go a little bit deeper, shift right, inch the right foot further forward, and then you can shift back to the left. If you feel it in the knee, reverse that. Flex the foot to help protect the knee. So make sure the rotation is coming from the thigh and the hip, not torquing the knee. And then come forward. taking your focus into the tiny little spots that are talking to you. Being careful to move to your edge, but to not go so far that you're doing damage. Try to have your breath deep and steady and even for about 25 more seconds. Back, move the foot in if your knee feels at all vulnerable. Try to square up the shoulders like you're doing an upward facing dog almost, or a cobra pose, a high cobra. If you bend the knee on the front side, see if you can do so on this side. Maybe holding with both, or hooking your arm around one, or grabbing the foot with both hands. Release and come into a downward facing dog. And lower to your knees. If you can jump through to sit, or cross the ankles and sit back. And lay down on your back for a few moments. Just feel where your body is at. Move the feet so the outer ankle is about as wide as the outer hip. Press the hips up for bridge pose. Grab the hands beneath you and work the shoulders open. So you want to bring the upper arms so close together that there's a little space keeping your upper back and neck off of the floor. That might not happen right away, especially if you're very muscular across your shoulders. Ideally, there's a little gap. And then release. So you can take the same pose again. If you have a block, you could put a block under your low back, and I'll show that in a moment. Or if you can practice Urvadhanirasana, take the hands under the shoulders, maybe stop on top of the head, lift the sternum up, and press the arms straight to upward bow. And for those of you who wanted to do the supported bridge, grab the block. Put it under your back. And there you can work at opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest. So if you're in bridge without the block or upward bow, come on down. If you're in bridge on the block, you can stay there. And then if you've got one more in you, go up again. Bridge pose, Satyabandha Sarvangasana or Urvadhanirasana, upward bow. come on down. And from the back bends, give the knees a little squeeze in. Bring the forehead up towards the knees. And then sit up. Take the legs out in front of you. Inhale. And take Paschimottanasana. Exhale. So let the back body open up and stretch out now. And just breathe into the back of the body, the hamstrings, the lower back. Feel the breath move all the way up to the back ribs. Relax the neck so the head can just hang. And then for finishing up, if you practice shoulder stand, we'll go to shoulder stand. If you prefer not to do shoulder stand, you can lay back and just put a low block under your back and put the feet up. You could take that up at the wall too if you like. I'll be demonstrating shoulder stand and I'm going to grab a couple blankets. So if you're used to practicing without the blankets, you can go ahead just onto your back. Otherwise, have a couple of blankets handy if you feel that it's a little hard on your neck to do shoulder stand. And lay back with your shoulders on the blankets and your head off. So the blankets will help you maintain the natural curve in the neck. So again, for Viparita Karani, those of you not doing shoulder stand, you just put the block under your back and take your feet up. And if you want to do this against the wall, absolutely take your legs up the wall. Or for shoulder stand, bring the legs up and over. Interlace the fingers behind you. If you can go to plow pose and open up the shoulders. And if you can't, you'll be here. Bring the hands as close to the shoulder blades up your back as you can. Closer to the floor and lift up. Breathing. So your shoulders are on the blanket, the head is off. If you need to modify a little bit, your hips can be more over the elbows, your legs at an angle, so the neck is a little tighter. So keep the weight on the arms and the shoulders, not on the head. Not on the neck. And then consciously slow your breathing down. Let the toes touch to keep the legs active but not tense. Let the seat soften though the legs are activated. Slowly start to let the feet go over your head. If they don't reach the floor, just keep the hands on the back. If they do, you can take the hands off the back, interlace the fingers. Maybe point the toes. And then let the knees bend down towards the forehead or towards the side of the head. Straighten the legs, extend the arms out. Use your arms and your abs to come down slowly. Arms hugged in close to the body. Bring the chest up, release the head back. Vatsayasana fish. And then lay down from there. You can move the blankets unless you want to keep one of them on the pillow. Take a few moments just to feel how your body feels. If you are inspired to give the knees a hug or to move into a twist or to get more clothing, whatever will make you more comfortable for Shavasana. Take a few moments to go there, to do that. And then make sure you have a nice quiet space for the next 5 or 10 minutes so that you can rest after that strong practice. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste.